The Pandya dynasty represents one of the most enduring and significant royal families in the long and storied history of South India. For many centuries, their influence radiated from the southernmost parts of the Indian subcontinent, an area that corresponds to modern-day Tamil Nadu. Their story is not a simple linear progression, but a complex saga of rise, decline, and powerful resurgence. This essay will chart the remarkable journey of the Pandyas, narrating their history in a clear chronological order. It will focus on the period from their medieval revival in the 7th century, through the zenith of their imperial power and their eventual fragmentation and decline by the 16th century. After a period of relative obscurity, often called the Kalabra interregnum, the Pandya dynasty experienced a revival in the late 6th and early 7th centuries. This resurgence marked the start of the First Pandya Empire. A pivotal figure was Kadungon. He came to power around 590. Kadungon is credited with liberating Pandya lands from the Kalabras, re-establishing an independent kingdom with its capital at Madurai. His reign signaled a new dawn, initiating dynamic rulers who expanded influence and restored ancient glory. Following Kadungon, capable kings consolidated and expanded the realm. Rulers like Arikasari Maravarman, c. 670–700, fought constant wars. The 10th century marked a dramatic shift in the political landscape of South India with the meteoric rise of the Chola dynasty. Under formidable rulers like Rajaraja I and his son Rajendra I, the Cholas embarked on a campaign of aggressive expansion, creating a vast and powerful empire that overshadowed all its rivals. Brihadiswara Temple as a symbol of Chola power. The Pandya kingdom, which had been a significant power, was unable to withstand the might of the Chola military machine. By the late 10th and the early 11th century, the Pandya territories were conquered and absorbed into the Chola Empire, reducing the once proud Pandya kings to subordinate vassals or governors. The 13th century heralded the golden age of the Pandyas, a period when they transitioned from a regional kingdom to a formidable empire. This dramatic ascent was spearheaded by exceptionally talented rulers. Beginning with Maravarman Sundara Pandyan I, who reigned from 1216 to 1238, he avenged past humiliations by decisively defeating the waning Chola power, even sacking their capital. However, it was his successor, Jatavarman Sundara Pandyan I, who became king in the year 1251, who truly transformed the Pandya kingdom into an imperial force. His reign was marked by brilliant campaigns that extended influence over the entire Tamil country, parts of modern-day Andhra Pradesh, parts of modern-day Kerala, and across the sea to northern Sri Lanka. Under Jatavarman Sundara Pandyan I and his contemporary co-regent, Maravarman Kulasekara Pandyan I, the Pandya Empire reached its zenith. Their military successes were matched by astute political administration. The Pandyas established a system of co-regency where multiple members of the royal family ruled jointly, maintaining stability over vast territories. They secured tribute from numerous subordinate rulers and established garrisons to maintain control. The empire became so wealthy that Marco Polo, visiting around the year 1292, described it as one of the richest kingdoms in the world. Their immense wealth rested on control of international sea trade. Ports like Kailpatnam became major trade hubs. Ships from China and the Arabian Peninsula thronged their harbors, trading horses, silks, spices, and other luxuries. The famed pearl fisheries produced exceptional pearls and enormous revenue for the treasury. Prosperity fueled a cultural and architectural efflorescence across the empire. Section 5. A lingering dynasty. The Tenkasi Pandyas, 14th–16th centuries CE. The imperial phase was brilliant but brief. The early 14th century brought devastating blows. A destructive war of succession erupted between the sons of Maravarman Kulasekara Pandyan III. Invasions under Malik Kafur in 1311 followed. Madurai was plundered and the kingdom drained of wealth. Amid chaos, a Pandya branch formed a smaller kingdom at Tenkasi. They ruled a modest territory from the mid-14th to the late 16th century. Their enduring legacy is the magnificent Kasi Viswanatha temple at Tenkasi. The decline of the Pandya dynasty was not a single event, but a gradual process driven by internal weaknesses and overwhelming external pressures. Seeds of decline were sown at the imperial height. The civil war between the sons of Maravarman, Kulasakara Pandyan of Sarai, in the early 14th century was a turning point. Subsequent raids by the Delhi Sultanate, led by Malik Kafur in 1311, sought plunder, sacking cities, desecrating temples, and carrying away gold, jewels, and elephants. The old imperial structure collapsed, the kingdom fragmented into petty polities. By the 16th century, Nayakas of Madurai dominated, ending the Pandya dynasty as a sovereign entity. The Pandyas were profoundly influential patrons of culture and religion, a legacy as important as their political achievements. They were staunch supporters of Hindu faiths, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, which flourished under their rule. The temple was the central institution of Pandya society, religious, social, economic, and cultural. Kings made lavish land and gold grants to temples, recorded in stone and copper plates. Early Pandyas favored elegant rock-cut caves, but in the 13th and 14th centuries, their ambitions peaked with monumental gopurams adorned with intricate stucco figures. They expanded complexes with pillared halls and vast enclosures. They patronized the Tamil language and literature. Legend speaks of the three Sangams. Devotional hymns of the Nayanmars and Alvars were celebrated and institutionalized. Majestic stone sculpture and delicate bronzes set new standards of craftsmanship. The economic strength of the Pandya kingdom was fundamentally linked to strategic control of maritime routes. Located at the southern tip, it was perfectly positioned within the Indian Ocean network, connecting the Roman world, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and China. A long coastline dotted with natural harbors and managed ports became conduits for wealth and ideas. Pandya country was famed for pearls, precious stones, pepper, cardamom, and fine cotton textiles. They imported prestige war horses from Arabia and Persia. Archaeology at Korkai and Alagankulam, with Roman pottery, confirms these links. Their coinage bore the fish emblem, and inscriptions mention powerful merchant guilds. The history of the Pandya dynasty is a sweeping epic of endurance, ambition, and cultural achievement that spanned over a millennium. Their story shows the cyclical nature of power. Rising from obscurity in the 7th century, they forged a strong kingdom through arms and shrewd control of maritime trade. They endured Chola domination, preserving identity until resurgence. In the 13th century, they created a vast, wealthy empire, but declined amid civil war and invasion. The Tenkasi Pandyas kept the flame of heritage alive for 2 centuries. Their temples still dominate cities like Madurai and Tirunelveli. Their stones still speak, a vital chapter of South Indian history.